The average man in the US and the UK has between 25 and 30% body fat, which looks like this. Now, if that's you and you feel like you're stuck there, then this video is for you, because today I'm going to show you a foolproof plan that's guaranteed to get you to 15% body fat, which looks like that, in 6 months or less. And this plan isn't theory. It's the exact same system I've used to help guys like Richard and Ken and Mark and Glenn and Sam and hundreds more guys just like them. And no, you're not going to have to give up the food you love or spend endless hours on the treadmill. So full screen the video and let's lock in. Now, before we get into the plan itself, I want to quickly explain why 15% and then help you figure out exactly how long it's going to take you to get there. So let's start with that number. 15% is the sweet spot for men over 35. Any higher and you feel sluggish, heavy, and bloated. Any lower and you feel tired, foggy, and irritable. And trust me, I know, because I've been both. In 2017, I lost 50 pounds and got as low as 9% body fat. And trust me, no bueno. That's why 15% is your unfair advantage. You look good, you feel good, and you can get through the day without crashing at 3 p.m. Your training feels productive instead of draining, and fat loss becomes much easier to maintain. Now let's work out how long it's going to take you to get there. And this is important because uncertainty is actually what makes fat loss feel so hard. It's not the effort that messes with your head. It's not knowing the timeline. This is why Uber is so successful, because before Uber, you would order a taxi and then just wait. You had no idea if it was 1 minute away or 20 minutes away. In fact, come to think of it, you had no idea whether it was coming at all. So every single minute that you were stood there waiting felt longer than it actually was. It's the same as when they say about paint drying, right? Uber didn't make the journey shorter though. They just showed you how long you were going to have to wait and then how long your journey was going to take once you were in the car. And the moment you see it on your phone screen, your stress levels drop. The fact that you can track it in real time makes it even better. You see, Uber isn't even a taxi company. They're a technology company. They aren't selling you a cab service. They're selling you certainty. And your brain loves Uber because it's convenient, but also because it gives you peace of mind. You're not checking the clock. You're not wondering if something's going wrong. You're just chilled. And this calculation, weirdly, is going to do the exact same thing for you. It's not going to make fat loss go any faster, but it is going to show you how long your journey is going to take. And that's important because it means you're not going to panic when you know you're only halfway through. So to start, you need two numbers, your body weight and your body fat percentage. But if you don't know your body fat percentage, don't worry. Just pick the picture that's closest to your physique right now. Let's do an example. Say you weigh 100 kilos and you're around 25% body fat. That means roughly 25 kilos of your body weight is fat. So at 15%, that number would be about 15 kg. To calculate this yourself, follow these steps. Step 1, take your body weight. Step 2, pick your body fat percentage from the pictures. Step 3, work out how much of your body is not fat. You do that by taking 100% and subtracting your current body fat percentage. So if you're 25% body fat, that means 75% of you is not fat. It would just be 100 minus 25. Step 4, work out your lean body weight. That's your body weight multiplied by that number. So if you weigh 100 kilos, keeping the same example, 75% of that is 75 kilos. Step 5, work out your target weight at 15%. So at 15% body fat, 85% of your weight is lean. So you take your lean body weight and divide it by 0.85. So in this example, it would be 75 divided by 0.85, which is about 88 kg. Step 6, take your current weight minus your target weight. So 100 minus 88 equals 12 kilos to lose. And then step 7, pick your pace. Now, half a kilo per week is a good benchmark for most men. Any faster, and honestly, it just becomes unsustainable in the long run. So 12 kilos divided by 0.5 is 24 weeks, which is about 6 months. And now you've got your timeline. But one last thing, whatever number you've just worked out, do yourself a favor and just add an extra couple of weeks. Not because you're lazy, not because you're going to mess up, but just because life happens. Work gets busy. You get sick. You go on holiday. You slip up one weekend. Building that in from the start means you aren't going to panic when progress slows down for a moment. So now you know your target and the timeline. Let's get into the plan, which is split into 3 phases. Phase 1 is where we slow things down on purpose, not to stall progress, but to take control of it. This is where we stabilize your eating, your routine, and more importantly, your weight. Put simply, we turn the ship in the right direction. Nothing aggressive is going to happen here. This phase is what stops everything from falling apart later, because I would rather you be going 5 miles per hour in the right direction than 100 miles per hour in the wrong one. And that's exactly what happens if your food and your routine aren't consistent. Fat loss just becomes one great big guessing game. One day the scales go down, the next day they go up, and you have no idea why. That's why people panic. They cut more food, they add more cardio, and they just end up making things worse for themselves. So phase 1 has one very clear goal: stability. We're trying to remove the chaos. And that means 3 things. Firstly, we want to be aiming for a very slight calorie deficit, anything between 250 and 500 calories under your maintenance. And if you don't know how many calories you should be eating, you can click the first link in the description and use my free calorie deficit calculator. Second, your meals become boring on purpose. Same breakfasts, same lunches, and a small rotation of dinners. Now, don't worry, this isn't forever, just long enough to stop the decision fatigue. Because when your food is predictable, hunger is predictable. And when hunger is predictable, adherence gets easier. So every meal should follow the same simple structure: a solid protein source like meat or fish, carbs from rice or potatoes, healthy serving of fruit and veg, and some fat. Think eggs or nuts or yogurt or avocado or even dark chocolate. So that could be oats with yogurt at breakfast, mince with rice, eggs and veg at lunch, which is what I have every day, and maybe some fish at dinner. You're not banning food. You're not even restricting yourself. You're just eating like an adult, and you're accountable to the numbers, to your calorie deficit. And if you're not sure what to eat, I've included a link to my recipe book to give you some ideas in the description as well. Then third, training. You want to be training 3 to 4 times per week, no more. If you're going to go for 3 sessions per week, follow a full body split. If you can do 4, split it between upper and lower. But more importantly, pick whichever you can realistically stick to. More sessions doesn't necessarily mean faster fat loss. The real key here is consistency. Nothing fancy, no crazy volume. Each session should be built around a squat or a leg press, a push movement, a pull movement, and 1 or 2 accessories to work your arms or maybe some other lagging body parts that you want to focus on. The key here is to leave the gym feeling worked, not wrecked. This isn't about training to failure. This isn't even about trying to burn calories. Training's job here is to try to hold on to as much lean muscle as possible. And it also gives your week some structure. And that's it. But before we move on to phase 2, please remember that phase 1 isn't about fast fat loss. It's about proving 3 things. Number 1, that you can eat consistently. Number 2, that your weight isn't out of control. And then number 3, progress doesn't require suffering. And once all of that is in place, everything gets easier because it doesn't feel like it's going to be a struggle. And when then we move on to phase 2, you're not guessing anymore. We're just making small changes on top of really solid foundations. And this is where fat loss starts to accelerate, because now nothing that you do is random. Your food is consistent, your training is consistent, and more importantly, your body feels more settled. So when we make changes, we know exactly what's causing the result, which means the goal of phase 2 becomes very simple. You want to lose fat at a steady rate without feeling like your whole life is revolving around it. The goal here really is to start living like the guy that you're trying to become, not dieting harder, not training harder, just closing the gap between how you live now and how a man at 15% actually lives. It's not about this feeling like hard work. It's about building the habits that make it automatic. And this is where we build those habits. Your calories do not need to drop again. You're still eating the same foods. The difference now is the decision making. In phase 2, you have to stop negotiating with yourself. You don't ask yourself questions like, should I track today? Should I train today? Should I go for a walk today? You already know the answer. This is just what you do now. You aren't negotiating with yourself and you aren't making excuses anymore. You aren't being guided by your feelings like a child. You're making decisions like a man. And the biggest change in phase 2 is intentionality and intensity. It's being conscious about the decisions that you make, how much you move, what you put in your body, how hard you train, what time you go to bed, whether you go out drinking this weekend. It's about shaping the lifestyle that makes it impossible for your body to stay at 25%. And the best place to start here is with your movement, because men who sit comfortably at 15% year round don't do extreme cardio. They walk instead of spending their entire day glued to a chair. So this is where daily steps become a non-negotiable. And if you're not sure where to start, go on the health app on your phone, find your average steps for the last month, and add 10% every week until you're at 8 to 10,000 a day. Build up slow, and you won't even notice the difference. And when we're in phase 2, training stays exactly the same. Same 3 to 4 sessions per week, same exercises, same structure. There aren't any magic exercises or splits that move the needle. But what you're going to be doing now is training with real intensity, pushing yourself each week to progressively overload, either by lifting a little bit more weight or doing an extra rep. And your food also stays simple. The only difference now is awareness. You're going to start noticing when you're eating out of boredom. You notice when you're snacking just because food is there. And most of the time, you aren't going to act on it. Remember, this phase is all about your decision making. It's not because you're restricting yourself, but because that choice, that decision doesn't fit into who you're trying to become. And that's the real shift in phase 2. Fat loss almost becomes a byproduct of the new lifestyle that you're creating. You're not constantly thinking about the scale. You're not reading into every single fluctuation. You're not being guided by your emotions. You're just living in a way that supports your health and your vitality. And week by week, slowly but surely, your body has to follow. And if you do this right, this is the phase where most guys say, I don't even feel like I'm dieting anymore. That's the goal. Because when it feels normal, that's when it becomes sustainable. That's when it becomes automatic. And once you're living like this, the rest of the way to 15%, honestly, is pretty easy. But despite that, phase 3 is where most guys actually end up messing up, because when you first hit 15%, unfortunately, it doesn't always look how you imagine. Most guys will look lean, but they also look pretty flat. Not because they've done anything wrong, but because getting lean exposes the truth. You see, most guys aren't just fat, they're under-muscled. Fat loss, of course, removes the padding, but whatever muscle you've built is now on show. And for a lot of men, unfortunately, at this stage, it's not much. You see, phase 3 exists to deal with that properly, without rebounding or doing something stupid like bulking. So the goal in phase 3 is simple. You want to make 15% your default. That means you don't keep dieting. Calories actually come up to your maintenance. This isn't a bulk. You just want them high enough that your weight stabilizes. Because remember, you're at 15% now. You don't need to lose any more weight. So you need to shift your mindset around food here. Training, again, stays consistent, same structure, same frequency, but now progressive overload becomes the focus. Whether it's adding a rep, adding a little bit of weight, doing whatever you can to increase your volume over time and getting stronger slowly. You're training to build, and you need to start recovering like an athlete. Supplements like creatine, omega-3s, and vitamin D, a wind down routine in the evenings, 7 hours of high quality sleep, plenty of water to stay hydrated. You've built the machine, now you need to service it daily. But here's the key thing to understand. This phase takes time. I'm not talking weeks, I'm not even necessarily talking months, because unfortunately, muscle grows incredibly slowly. Your job here isn't to change your body weight. It's to change what your body composition looks like. So here's how you know if phase 3 is working for you. Your weight should be staying roughly the same, within a 1 or 2 kilo range. Your lifts should be going up gradually. Your clothes should be starting to fit a little bit better. If that's happening, don't touch anything. No bulking, no cutting, just keep going. Most guys rush here because they're impatient, but that's why they end up back to phase 1. But if you just sit at 15% long enough, build the muscle slowly, and let your body relax there, you don't rebound. And eventually this stops being just another phase. It's just how you live now. But if you've watched this to the end and thought, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, but I don't want to figure all this out on my own, then that's exactly what my coaching is for. This is the same plan that you've just seen, but now it's going to be personalized to you, your calories, your macros, your training, your lifestyle. But crucially, with someone to hold you accountable at every single step. So there's no guesswork, there's no extremes, and more importantly, there's no bouncing back to where you started. So if you want my help applying this properly, click the third link in the description under the video and check out the program. Or if you're new to my channel and not ready for coaching yet, then watch this video right here, where I'll show you the 5 cheat code habits that will get you to 15% body fat faster.